There's a specific kind of ache that only a waiting woman understands. It's not just loneliness. It's not just silence. It's the tension of believing God's promises while watching days turn into years. It's praying with faith, but falling asleep with tears. It's wondering, did I miss it? Did I misunderstand him, or has he forgotten me? If you've ever felt like time is mocking your hope, like your prayers echo back without reply, this isn't random. And it's not punishment. There is a pattern to how God prepares a woman he deeply loves. And when you begin to notice these 7 signs, you'll realize the waiting was never a delay. It was a design. Let's walk through them together. Before God brings fulfillment, he often removes the lesser things we once begged for. There was a time when that relationship seemed perfect. That opportunity looked divine. But now, what once thrilled your heart no longer feels aligned. That's not confusion. That's clarity. It's heaven maturing your vision. Sometimes, we pray for something with urgency, only to discover that the desire fades. That's not because we stopped caring, it's because God enlarged our spirit to carry something greater. Don't mourn over what you lost. Mourn over what would have happened if you had received it too soon. One of the most painful parts of waiting is invisibility. You show up, you serve, you give, you support, but no one really sees you. It's like you've become a background character in everyone else's story. But here's the truth: God hides those he is preparing. When he's about to elevate you, he often removes the applause so you can hear his voice above every other. Do not confuse silence with abandonment. This is not rejection, it's protection. God is preserving your identity in a world obsessed with visibility, and when he unveils you, it won't be because you demanded to be seen, but because he appointed the time. There comes a moment in a woman's life when surface level no longer works. Shallow conversations feel empty, temporary pleasures feel tiring. Even old dreams begin to seem irrelevant. That's not depression. That's not failure. That's awakening. God is stirring you to crave what only he can give. When you're in the waiting, your spirit becomes more sensitive. You stop feeding on what's easy, and you start hungering for what's eternal. You're not broken, you're being prepared to birth something that cannot be rushed. This is divine discomfort, God's way of saying, "Daughter, I'm calling you deeper." When God is preparing to shift your life, he often starts by pruning it. You begin to feel a separation, not out of offense or bitterness, but out of obedience. Conversations that once felt comforting now feel shallow. Connections begin to dissolve. Invitations stop coming. And suddenly, it's just you and God. This loneliness isn't punishment, it's refining. He's removing the noise so you can recognize his whisper. Some doors close not because of rejection, but because of redirection. This is the season where he teaches you that his presence is not your reward after the breakthrough, his presence is the breakthrough. Right before God fulfills a promise, he tests the foundation it will rest on. So don't be surprised when old wounds reappear. When things you thought were healed begin to ache again. When you're forced to face what you've been avoiding for years. Why? Because the promise you've been waiting for requires the healed version of you to carry it. This is not regression. This is exposure so you can surrender. God doesn't test you to shame you. He tests you to secure you. What he's about to trust you with is too sacred to be built on unresolved trauma. So if you feel like everything is being stirred, know this: it's not the enemy, it's the potter reshaping the vessel. This one stings. You smile, you clap, you cheer. But deep down, you wonder, God, when will it be my turn? You see friends getting married, others walking into ministry, people announcing miracles. And you're still waiting. Here's the truth no one tells you. God often lets you witness blessings up close, not to break your heart but to train it. Can you still worship when the answer wasn't yours? Can you celebrate someone else's harvest while still sowing your seeds? Because if you can rejoice in someone else's season, you're proving to heaven you're ready for yours. It's a paradox only the waiting can explain. You feel emptied of strength, of answers, of understanding. But somehow, deep in your soul, there's peace, there's stillness, there's trust. This is the sign you're almost there. God empties the vessel right before he fills it. He breaks the outer shell right before he reveals the inner glory. You're not dying, you're transforming. You're not being delayed, you're being prepared. And when he releases what he promised, you'll look back and thank him not just for the miracle, but for the woman he shaped while you waited. To every woman in the waiting, you are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are being trusted with a process that angels marvel at. The silence is not empty, it's sacred. The stillness is not punishment. It's protection, and the longing in your heart. It's not a sign of weakness. It's the echo of heaven preparing you to carry something eternal. You were never just waiting, you were being woven. And when it's time, what God has for you will not be delayed. It will arrive, exactly when your spirit is ready to carry it with grace.